At Manjhila Panchayat, in remotely located Manjhila village of Nawada district, lush green standing crop in vast area speaks volume about agricultural growth. In the past, however, everything was not fine in agricultural front at Manjhila. Unlike any other nondescript village panchayat, at Manjhila, things started improving in agricultural front following interventions made under National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture, acronymed as NICRA. NICRA was launched in 2011 by Indian Council of Agricultural Research, mitigating adverse effect of climate change on agriculture proving to be major challenge for people. NICRA program was launched at Manjhila Panchayat in the year 2011-12 by Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Gram Nirman Mandal, Nawada. With 282 households, the total cropping area is around 114 hectares in Manjhila village. For people residing in the area, agriculture is source of livelihood in majority of the cases. Manjhila village has total 5 clusters, namely Upreli Manjhila, Gadhi Manjhila, Dudhia Tanar, Amarpur and Vidyasagar. The village forms part of Kawakul block in Nawada district. Located at the border side of Jharkhand state, the Kawakal block in Nawada district is constituted mainly by drought-prone area. The topography of the area is marked by hilly, rugged terrains. In absence of any perennial river or other major sources of irrigation, it is rain-fed irrigation on which people of the area depend mostly for agriculture. Inadequate rainfall, besides clay and rocky nature of soil, had been prime reasons for low agricultural production at Manjhila. Farmers of the village grow mainly cereals, pulses, oilseeds and vegetables. On an average, their annual income from the farm activities remaining restricted between 55,000 to 65,000 rupees annually. They faced problem of livelihood and the sustenance in most of the cases. For people of Manjhila Panchayat, who are mostly small and marginal farmers, coping with problems arising due to erratic rainfall, particularly long dry spells during Kharif season, was proving difficult in most cases till efforts for promoting climate resilient agricultural practices started in the panchayat. The measures taken under National Initiative for Natural Resource Management, institutional interventions, capacity building and enhancing crop production have proved highly effective in Manjhila. Measures taken for improved livestock management as part of national initiative have also proved to be result-oriented. The agricultural growth leading to economic prosperity in the area has improved the quality of life of people in the panchayat. NICRA broadly aims at evolving climate-resilient agricultural technologies that would help to increase in farm production and productivity. Besides, also it help in effective management of natural and man-made resources.
निकरा परियोजना आने से हम लोग का फसल दूनी हो गई है। पहले हम लोग यहाँ बंजर भूमि के कारण जो था कुल्थी वगैरह या तो पुराने पत्ती का कोई भी अनाज नहीं होता था, लेकिन आज गेहूँ, चना, मसूर, मकई, बाजरा सबका उपज अच्छा होता है और किसान लोग भी खुशहाल हैं। और जो भी अपना उससे भी खुशहाल होकर हम लोग बाजार में भी कुछ देते हैं।
A farmer of Manjila Panchayat, for whom life was difficult earlier in absence of desired farm output, is a happy man at present. In past, he usually failed to reap good harvest due to his inability to ensure proper irrigation for his crop. Primarily dependent on rainfall for irrigation, displeasure of rain god often resulted in crop loss for Kumar. However, his worries are now over as NICRA interventions for water conservation and harvesting have proved highly effective.
निकरा के तहत ये तालाब का निर्माण हुआ सन 14-15 में। इससे हम मछली पालन करते हैं, प्लस धान के में भी पानी दिए हैं, गेहूं में भी पानी दिए हैं, सिंचाई का भरपूर लाभ ले रहे हैं।
For rainwater harvesting, total 21 ponds were either created or renovated in Manjila village under the NICRA program. Creation of new ponds led to increase of underground water table by 3 to 4 feet at Manjila village. Approximately more than 480,000 cubic meter water now remains stored in the pond during rainy seasons, taking together all the ponds. Total 28 defunct wells were also renovated under NICRA program for rainwater harvesting.
निकरा योजना के अंतर्गत 2014-15 में हुआ है। इससे हम बहुत फ़ायदा लेते हैं, फसल सिंचाई होते हैं। इस होने से मेरे 3 फसल उपजा लेते हैं। पहले ये ज़मीन बंजर रहता था, अभी इससे मेरा सुविधा मिल रहा है। इसमें 2-3 किसान का मेरा पड़ता है और 2-3 किसान का भी पड़ता है।
Renovation of wells has contributed in groundwater recharging. 3 ahars, each of 2,756 feet length, have also been renovated under the NICRA program. Irrigation facility in 25 hectares is now possible during dry spell in Kharif seasons following renovation of the ahars. Farmers have taken up fish production in one of the ahars. The stored water in ponds is used by villagers for irrigating their crops during dry spell in rainy season. Cultivation of high-value vegetable crops such as brinjal, tomato and chili has received boost with increased water availability in the village. In number of cases, there has been 25 to 35% increase in income of the people following cultivation of high-value crops. With much availability of water at Manjila, scope for providing supplemental irrigation in crop has increased considerably for the farmers. Additional 18 hectare area of village has become cultivable since situation concerning water availability has changed. The efforts undertaken as part of NICRA intervention for in situ conservation of soil moisture is aimed at natural resource management besides popularizing practices that ensured use of leftover soil moisture for sowing another crop after harvest of a particular crop. Following harvesting of rice, the leftover soil moisture at present is mostly being utilized for sowing wheat by zero tillage technique. The technique has been adopted by farmers in many cases, also for sowing lentil and gram apart from rice and wheat. Adoption of zero tillage technology has reduced cost of cultivation. Besides, technique has proved to be useful in retaining soil moisture. Practice of zero-tillage technique has ensured good crop health. In light of climatic changes, under NICRA interventions, cultivation of climate-resilient, short-duration varieties have been popularized.
जीरो टेलर से गेहूं पहले कभी नहीं लगाते थे। हमको केवी के नवादा के द्वारा मुझे प्रशिक्षण मिला और कुछ मतलब वैज्ञानिक भी हमको बताए, तो उस तरीक़ा से हम शुरुआत किए तो अगले साल कुछ मतलब प्रोग्रेस हुआ, लेकिन इस साल थोड़ा ज़्यादा विकास में है।
The rice varieties that were promoted for cultivation include Sahvagi, Swarna, Shreya, Prabhat, Apo and Anjali. In case of maize also, short duration high yielding varieties Shaurya, Suvan and Swarna that can better withstand climatic stress have been popularized for cultivation. With different crop combinations, intercropping system introduced in the area under NICRA program has increased per unit area productivity. Intercropping has proved useful in balanced use of natural resources besides maintaining soil health. Use of integrated manures and fertilizers on the basis of soil test report was encouraged in Manjila. Plastic vermibeds among 12 farmers and vermicompost 2 quintals per farmer were distributed among 40 farmers to popularize organic farming. Soil health management is one of the critical components of the NICRA program. Establishment of community paddy nursery was one of the major contingency measures taken under NICRA program for dealing with problems arising due to delayed arrival of monsoon during Kharif season. Adverse effect of late transplantation by 2 to 6 weeks could be minimized through establishment of community nursery. The farmers nominated by Village Climate Risk Management Committee, acronymed as VCRMC, played key role in raising the paddy nursery. Increasing productivity of livestock by breed upgradation, besides promotion of activities for livelihood security, is one of the components of NICRA program.
बकरी पालन में एक ऐसा भी व्यवस्था किया गया है। हम लोग निकरा प्रोग्राम में एक किसान बकरी लिए और उसका बच्चा जब होता है तो दूसरे किसान को भी दे दिया जाता है। कहने का मतलब एक दूसरे से आदान प्रदान करते रहते हैं, जिससे बहुत सी बकरियां हो गई है और बहुत लोग इससे लाभान्वित भी हैं।
Several measures have been taken for this purpose at Manjila village. The institutional interventions under NICRA program aimed at ensuring support system for farmers by strengthening existing village institutions and creating new institutions. Village Climate Risk Management Committee was formed. Besides, custom hiring centers, fodder and seed banks were established to attain objective of having village level support system for farmers. Self-help groups were also constituted for this purpose. Technology demonstrations formed part of institutional intervention. VCRMC has generated fund of rupees 3,86,812 rupees in the year 2018 and 19 by custom hiring of the farm implements to the farmers on nominal rent. The VCRMC of Manjhila village, constituted by KVK Nawada, was acknowledged Best VCRMC under VCRMC NICRA project. Identification and adoption of climate resilient agricultural practices under NICRA program has ensured better life for the people at Manjhila village. The interventions have substantially reduced their worries related to farming arising because of change in climatic conditions. Following NICRA initiative, people depending on agriculture for livelihood have become more adaptable to climate resilient agricultural practices. The measures taken up under NICRA program for increasing productivity and reducing mortality rate of livestock have proved to be result oriented. Milk productivity has increased by 28.57% and 20% respectively in cows and buffaloes. Similarly, NICRA interventions have also helped in increase in the crop productivity. There has been 19 to 22% increase in productivity of cereals, while the productivity has gone up by 24 to 35% in case of pulses. On an average, there has been 25 to 35% increase in income of farmers due to successful implementation of the NICRA program.